Get a £5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle Team in association with Macklin's in Marbella. We're at the Matchroom headquarters here.
Hello, KUGAN.
Hello, Frank. With me, I've got Head of Operations.
Yep.
Is that your title here?
Yep.
Frank Smith. Now, Eddie's not in the office today.
He's on holiday.
He's on holiday.
It doesn't go on holiday a lot, so.
So, really wanted just to see what happens, whether the office falls apart or not when Eddie's not here, or does it run like clockwork?
Normally, if you wouldn't have rung, no one would be here. Because you rang, everyone turned up because they thought, shit, we better get in the office. Because so, normally, no one's ever here, but because you've turned up.
So, in a recent interview I did with Eddie Hearn,
yep.
Obviously he made reference to you, which he does sometimes in some of the interviews I do with him, made particular reference to a very expensive pair of trainers that you purchased yourself.
Yeah.
Which would suggest that you're very well paid here at Matchroom, or not?
Trust fund, baby. I'm still on work experience.
You're still on work experience?
Yeah.
So if people were wondering what these shoes were, you've actually got them on. And I didn't ask you to wear them on, you was wearing them anyway.
They're not terrible.
So, let's have a look.
I think they're alright, to be fair.
So, this is what a £900 pair of shoes basically is.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I think it is, though? I think it's because he's getting older and he wants to wear things like this. So he sees me wearing them. But rather than
compliment,
he coats them
off. Goes on the attack.
He goes, terrible. Who'd wear those?
Who'd wear those?
Whereas, like, he's actually looking at them going, wish I was a bit younger and could wear those.
So you're saying if he was younger and could pull them off, he probably would wear them?
Probably. Because I've had occasions where he's gone to me, they look quite cool. But, you know, obviously in front, you know.
On the camera or in public.
Wanted to abuse me, didn't they?
Basically did.
So
could you... We did a video a few years ago when we first started where Eddie kind of took us around, but a lot of things have changed since then, obviously in the last sort of 5 years. So wanted to sort of maybe speak to some of the Matchroom staff.
Not as many people here because it's the summer.
It is the summer.
On holiday, so go in.
Let's go in. Don't worry, I'm not tapping in any codes.
See? No one there. No one there. No one. Karen's on the phone. Karen's been here years.
People know Karen.
She doesn't look old enough, but she's been here about 42 years.
She's on the phone working.
She's doing some work. There's Ross. Ross saw you come in, so has escaped.
Ross has escaped.
Yeah. So going very well so far.
So how do you get your picture up on this wall, basically?
I don't know. There's a real range, although it's a lot of boxing. There's all different sports. Got snooker, Steve Davis there, but there is a lot of boxing, I think.
So there's no actual staff pictures up here, like
no.
employee of the month?
No. We did that for about 3 months, and then.
Really?
Yeah.
Who won employee of the month then?
It was ages. No, it was like 5 years ago. So it was people who weren't really. There was a few people who weren't working there. So this is the Eddie wall.
Okay. You see Eddie with Audley Harrison there, Evander Holyfield and Darren Barker.
Yeah. Who Darren Barker, 3 years today, won his world title. And this is our office. So this is what we did once.
This is the pinnacle of the last sort of 5 years or so.
Yeah. And here is Anthony Winkle-Lever. Yeah. Holler.
For people that are watching, and if your application for a credential has ever been refused, this is who would have done it.
Thank you for your application.
I get a feeling Paul's just made himself busy on the phone.
I'm actually on the phone.
You're actually on the phone?
Hello. Oh, hi Paul. How are you? I'll pass you back to Paul. Paul.
Paul on Paul.
Sorry, KUGAN's in just recording, so yeah, this is embarrassing.
So Anthony at the minute is just...
quite possibly, yeah.
You're
speaking about Brain Cleverly, actually, with Salmons.
Stay on the phone.
Press conference 1st of October.
You seem like...
1st of September.
Anthony, you seem like you have the most stressful part of this little cog here. Or Frank has.
Yeah.
But you have to deal with all the
You people, yeah.
people like me.
Yeah, that's not racist, by the way.
No, of course not. No. You meant media people.
Yeah.
So, how long have you been here, Anthony?
Nearly 9 years.
9 years.
Yeah, 9 years in January.
I think you get less for armed robbery. I think you do.
I'm happy for you just to stick it on the dev
Free
side.
board as well.
Yeah.
Anthony, what aggravates you about aspects of your job?
Start coming thick and fast, so I think if we...
No, so you went down the negative route straight
No, I
away.
just wondered what aggravates you, because I do see you stressed out sometimes.
Me?
Sometimes I see you stressed out.
What aggravates me? Yeah, I don't like doing accreditation.
Is that because the sheer amount of
Yeah,
things you have to?
we are. Should you want to look at it?
Well, I don't want to show emails and stuff.
No.
We're not.
I've
pull out
got a
the
new
emails.
system, so because people always say, "Oh, you're lying," and so here you go. Look,
All right, let's have a look.
112 applications so far.
Let's have a look. So this is for Golovkin and Brook, yeah?
Brook, 112.
So you obviously have a process of
Elimination, yeah.
elimination.
There's nothing more dangerous than a short bloke with power. Telling you.
So is it based upon how many of these applicants have been to shows before, or is it a case of who you feel is of relevance to cover a show?
There's a lot of like difficult sort of things. So like, for example, if you're from London, for this one, there's not really anything for you in it.
Okay.
You got what? 3 world title fights with 5 Brits in those world title fights, so they've got to take precedence. And the main fighter of that is from Sheffield, so media from Sheffield should really take precedence in that. And then you've got Hall Haskins, Bristol, and the North East. And then you got Surrey with Charlie Edwards. But the fight's in London, so people from London want to come to the fight, but technically, what are they covering? They're not covering their fighter, they're just covering the event.
But
London's
if you're
big
based
scene.
in London that cover the majority of
Yeah, that's why it's
the
difficult,
country,
you know.
yeah.
Luckily, a lot of it is just boxing media that come to everything. But also there's media coming over from the States. There's interest from Russia.
So is this the most amount of applicants you've ever had for an event
more
here
than
in
Fox
Matchroom?
Groves, more than Joshua, most have ever had. Every national newspaper want to send at least 2 people. And bearing in mind how many Kelbrook shows have we done now? Kelbrook fights? I think it's in double figures now. I think it might be 10. And they're very good up there, to be fair to the Sheffield media. They're very good. So, you know, this is their big. It's a big one for them as well. So you've got to give them as much opportunity to come and cover it. But then on the undercard, you've got what Conor Benn. So you probably who else have we got so far? We've got Martin J Ward. You know, Essex Media. There's nothing wrong with them coming along, but it is just, you know, people get the ump when they get rejected, like bad, like it goes back and forth for ages and ages. But at the end of the day, it's not. You've seen what it's like at ringside. It is rammed, and you know,
So
you can't fit X into Y. There is a finite number of media in that, and people already, you know, especially with the Americans, that they've trying to come over and that, and ultimately you've had to reject them before they even apply, because if they were British media, the size of their outlet wouldn't get in. But they go, oh, but we want to book flights. Just because you're coming over doesn't mean you get in. That's not, you know.
So obviously with the influx of YouTube outlets,
Yeah,
which
totally your fault. Well
are
done.
completely our fault, but that must have been a steady rise in people applying from YouTube things. So how do you sort of break that into?
Well, I think the thing is as well, it's not like a knee-jerk reaction. Don't just reject people. You just go, you know, you look at what they do. You get people coming on to you saying, oh, you know, but we got hundreds of thousands of, you know, our reach is hundreds of thousands wide and that. And then you go on their YouTube channel and it's not, you know, I'm not stupid. We all go on and look at these things, look at the videos and that. And anyone can say their reach is, you know, infinitely wide, because the internet is infinitely wide. You know, I could start a website tomorrow and say 1 million people can look at it every day. Well, of course you can. I could just put pictures up of cats and 1 million people would look at it. It doesn't work like that. It's like, you know, it's got to be relevant.
This wasn't an issue like 3 or 4 years ago, but it is now. So do you think, from your point of view, you see the relevance of that online aspect of it?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with Ed, because he's so active on social media and that they, you know, and it's an instant argument back, saying, well, your boss uses social media, so why can't we come in? You know, we get, I think for the Qualify, Sport Bible have come on, and they're going to come, and I think they're going to get more active in boxing, but then they want to come to Golovkin, Brook, which is already like, well, you saw the numbers there, heavily oversubscribed. We go, well, can't really, because you can't go, we want to get into the boxing, and the first one we want to do is Golovkin Brook. That's like, it's not really fair on all those who've been doing, you know, come to your call and do prize fighter and, you know, go all over the country, and then the first one you want is the biggest fight, apart from Wembley, probably the biggest event we've ever done. You know? So it is tricky in that, but, you know, and I'm still a traditionalist. I read the paper every day and all that lot. So.
If there's one thing that would aggravate you about your boss, what would you say it was?
That he's just too kind and too great.
Well, that's a negative thing.
He's too wonderful.
Like David Brent.
He is.
Yeah.
You got it. He is turning into Brent, and he big time.
Turned, I think. Morphed, turned.
That
It's already
Brent
happened.
video was very good. I'll give you that one. That was a doff of the cap for the old Brent video. Yeah.
So, if we're moving along now, can you introduce yourself, please, sir?
Paul Relly, look after social, digital media.
Now you're the newest
Newish, yeah. About 18
fish in the
months.
tank.
18 months.
18 months you've
18
been
months, yeah. Managed to escape in one of these videos.
You kidnapped Matt Rich, didn't you, and made him unavailable for a
He's-
few weeks.
He's in Mexico at the moment, so.
So just tell us a little bit about what your
So
Day-to-day
run all
involved.
the social media channels for Matchroom, all the digital aspects as well. So liaise with Sky on promos, Showtime, HBO in the States, getting digital content from them. Speak to Twitter, Instagram. Just sort of looking after all that aspects, working with the boxers closely on their social media accounts.
So obviously this is testament to how big social media has become with
Yeah.
the fact that
There is a job out there.
there is a
Yeah,
job
yeah.
there where you have to focus on that, and I've been around you long enough to know that you're constantly active and doing
social
stuff you have to.
on the phone,
Yeah.
Just sort of sit on the phone all the time. So yeah, help get people, IFL TV, verified stuff like that.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, drop that in.
You drop that in, yeah.
Drop that in. What aggravating aspects of what you do?
I don't know. I mean, I think you can't take what people say to heart on social media. I think it's kind of people frustrated at not getting tickets, or there's just general frustrations about fights not being made. It's not. You can't take that personally yourself. It's a general frustration. So I think you see it, you just obviously acknowledge it, and that's it.
So obviously when people come on Twitter, slag off the Matchroom account, you're not tempted there to go,
Well, no, because it's no disrespect to the people out there that don't know me. So it's not aimed at me. It's just a general frustration.
so I think sometimes it is only
Maybe it is, yeah. It could be some ex-girlfriends on there.
Some of those fake accounts.
Some of those fake accounts, yeah, that Winkle set up. So, but yeah, I think you just got, it is what it is. Twitter isn't the real world. It is to some people, but it's just.
Does your day run better when Eddie's not here?
What for everyone?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm talking for you or for everyone, I suppose.
Not really. I don't think it makes too much difference, because I think he's still online if he wants you to do something, or if there's something going on, he'll get in touch. So.
All right. Well, I'm going to try and move on to this next person, but I don't know whether he'll talk.
Something for the ladies. I said I didn't want him.
Wait there. Bit of eye candy.
Blur your face.
Wait there. Could you introduce yourself, please?
Don't you think he looks like Henry Lincoln?
Who?
Oh,
Walking Dead.
Is that good? Ross,
Ross
the
Garrity.
boss.
Is it safe to say you're the most serious member of the team?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ross. Ross, you're in charge of marketing.
Marketing, sponsorship,
Yeah.
also look after all the filming that we do, all the digital content. Viewers have enjoyed over the past couple of years.
Okay. What's it like working with these first of all? People like Frank,
It's
Anthony, and Paul.
fantastic.
No, you sound sarcastic then.
No, it's great. We're a tight-knit, small team, but we work hard together and have a lot of fun as well. So yeah, it's good. It's good.
So, if Eddie's got the ump with something and something's not going right, who's the first person that he would take it out on? Or
Well, it depends who he's upset with, but usually him. Frank.
But if something's not right, say there's a Bellevue Flores poster there, if something wasn't right on that,
So I look after, I help work with our design team to do all our posters and artwork as well. So if it isn't any good, Eddie's usual response is something along the lines of, my daughter could have done a better job with her iPad. That's a normal type of response that I might get if it's not good enough. So I bear the brunt if it's.
But you've pulled most of them out of the bag, haven't you? Most of them.
Yeah, there's a few. Trying to think of some bad ones. Some bad names.
So the titling of the shows
Titles.
is down to you.
Eddie does his fair share as well. Me or Eddie usually.
No Love Lost on Valentine's Day.
That was mine. No Love Lost on Valentine's Day was good. I'm telling you, it was good. I'm telling you, it was good. What was yours? Your famous one?
What's the worst title ever in the
Yeah,
last?
go into go and have a look at the programme art part.
Oh, up there.
Hold on.
The old program.
So what is your day consisted of today?
I'm actually at the minute watching Has Eddie Hearn Become David Brent
Oh,
on here. But that's not really good.
what's that?
It was a good program. That was good design.
Yeah.
How times have changed.
Yeah, but
It's amazing, isn't it?
you was probably the only one here when that was done, weren't you? No, Anthony would have been.
Yeah, me and Anthony.
Come and have a look at these.
Right.
That's an Eddie production. Danger Zone.
Danger Zone. That was his title, yeah?
That's his title.
Yeah,
That's my title, I think. Heavy Duty.
yeah,
That's an Eddie title.
yeah.
That's a Ross title. That We Are Leeds. Maybe Eddie. And then, of course,
Who's
best to last, Eddie's. He's proud of that. Controversial title.
You have something to
The
add?
Dragon's Den, maybe?
My lord.
I think the key thing there is look at the undercard of this.
Come on.
Chief Support was a 6-rounder.
Ricky Owen versus Robbie Turley, Danny Butler and Bradley Price, Kerry Hope, Frankie Borg.
Dangerous Dorian Dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
that was the 4-rounder that got in the job.
So normally, Frank, obviously you sit closest to Eddie. Is that done on purpose, or is that because you have to talk to him more?
I don't know really. Just how it ended up. Just short straws, pulled out straws.
So you would get, if things go wrong, not right, you'd get most of the stick or the abuse from Eddie. Is that fair to say?
I don't get much stick from him.
We've got a WhatsApp group.
Yeah, we've got a WhatsApp group. I mean, Ross gets quite a lot of it. That's
Yeah,
right.
not bad.
Yeah. There's not much stick to be honest. It's more like a team.
We're a good team.
Yeah, we don't really
That's why
are.
we're at the top of British boxing.
Ah.
He went there. He went there.
So from it is you four, isn't it? Really,
With Johnny Wish. So
Johnny Wish, yeah, but
Amazing that one day you were ready to do that, he's away.
he's away. He wouldn't be on this camera anyway.
He probably wouldn't be there anyway, even if he was here. He'd escaped anyway.
John's the power behind the throne. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I agree. So who would you say who's the most annoying person from the four of you?
I think we all rub each other up in different ways.
But you know when you're in the mood to be left alone and someone won't leave you alone.
Yeah, I'll take that one on the tube.
Were you pointing at me?
I'll say you or Winkle.
Winkle's quite bad. You know what it is like.
I got a bit upset.
Winkle can have a laugh and a joke and like wind you up, but the second he's doing something like I'm on deadline for a program, guys, like that, you can't go near him.
Because you never know, one day we might sell some. The one
And Ross is very serious. So Ross is corporate.
Very corporate.
Got a corporate. Yeah, he's got a corporate agency background. You know, he used to have beer. They used to have beer time on a Friday. You know, like one of those. You know,
On a little trolley.
yeah, on a trolley at 5 o'clock. You know, proper London agency.
Yeah.
So one of the main things, Frank, one of the main things I talked already about not recently, but in general, is about tickets. You have a lot to do
Yeah.
with tickets.
Yeah, I have a lot to do with the production of the event, so tickets, plans, everything, anything to do with the production side of it.
So the thing we talk about is the fact that people not being able to obtain tickets for events such as Joshua and Golovkin Brook,
But
etc.
it's just, unfortunately, it's like any event that's popular anywhere in the world. So whether you're looking at music like Beyonce, or you're looking at a theatre show like you spoke about in your interview, if there's demand there, unfortunately, sometimes the demand, there's not enough tickets. So we can't change that. It's the same for everything. And people will always complain about, the resale element of tickets, but again, that's not illegal, resale. Apart from in football, resale of tickets isn't illegal, so it's a difficult thing to, you can't stop it. It's impossible to stop. And like we always say, with StubHub, they sell our tickets as a primary seller at face value. So,
I see you on fight night and you look unapproachable sometimes.
I'm unapproachable.
You are. I just gotta leave you. If I see you in like the office room, maybe eating something, I think that's probably a good
Have a
time
chat.
to go and speak to Frank. But of an event night, the worst aspects of it are.
I don't know. It's probably there's certain security elements on the night that I deal with the venues with, and obviously, as you could imagine, at any event, you're always going to have people who drink a little bit too much, or have it's like anything, any event that goes on. So that's one of sometimes the issues we have. Just bits and pieces, but it's never a problem. We get it done. That's what it is. Always goes well.
Do you want to talk about your love life?
My love life. Yeah, I've got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You get that quiet.
Yeah. It's good to see you so happy and in love.
Am I not normally happy?
No, you've always been happy. Probably a bit too happy for everyone's liking, but.
Yeah, I've fallen in love. What?
It's going to destroy you. What about ask about his trainers? You can ask about his trainers.
No, he's asked about the training.
We got the
Training's
trainers out of the
done.
way.
And now he's asking me about my relationships. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's all good.
Listen, a happy Frank is a good Frank. So.
A happy Frank is good for British boxing.
So, okay, last question, and I'll probably ask all of you this. Where are you in 5... You, not Matchroom, where are you in 5 years' time? What are you doing? Ideally, I'll say that, ideally.
Still here, I think.
As
Let's see, I don't know, There's so many things we're into. I enjoy it here. It's good people, good place, security, Always been successful, so I'm sure it's not going to change.
if Eddie wasn't here for 1 year, could you put the same shows on?
Well, we put the shows on. And, we all put the shows on between us. We all work on it. So
Yeah, but could you from what
you'd
you've
have
learned?
to, wouldn't you, if he wasn't here?
No, but could you do it from what you've learned from the last 5 years?
As in the element of presenting it.
Yeah, or making it? Because you have something to do with putting contracts and that together, don't you?
Yeah, I'd work on the contracts and things like that. So I understand the market and everything like that. But he's obviously very good at what he does. He's the best at what he does. So he's the best at selling it.
Talking bollocks, yeah.
I don't think, yeah. That's your opinion. No, but there's no one who's better than him at doing that. So everyone's good at what they do. I'm very organised. I do my bit. The rest of the guys do their bits. So.
I think what I'm trying to get at is, could you see yourself as a promoter in years to come?
Only thing is, I eat a lot and I'm eventually going to become very fat, so I won't be attractive. So I'm not going to, you need to be good looking and approachable. The way I'm 50.
I wouldn't say all the promoters in the country are all oil paintings, so.
Yeah. But that's what's good with Eddie. He's young, people like him, looks good. That's one of the points that's good with him, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
And in 5 years' time, Paul, you want to still be here and doing the same thing?
Yeah, maybe Frank's matchmaker. He can just sit at the top table, eat sweets. Just be to the side.
And leave your 1 year off a testimonial here.
I know. Yeah.
He's going to have a 6 rounder.
Can't wait for that clock.
What will he do for 10 years here for you?
Nando's.
Nando's.
5 years time, if he's in charge, I'm not here. I'm not having him as my boss.
I don't really understand it because I think I'm quite a nice guy.
Do you think you could see yourself in a John Wish position? You?
He doesn't know enough about boxing.
Yeah, I don't. No, in all honesty, I don't get involved as much in the boxing side. In the actual, I organise the events. Same, taking it across.
Yeah, but working here so long, you must know. I think
Yeah, no, I know a lot about. I've learned. Obviously, I learned a lot about boxing. I learned a lot about, but we do completely different things, really. Like John works with the governing bodies, things like that, and I work on the events, contractual side, bits and pieces, budgets. So, we do different things, really.
Okay, I think people will
What's the
learn a
overall
lot.
views on this?
I'm going 12,462.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm definitely.
My mum will watch it 89 times.
I'm going. Listen, it'll definitely do a solid 10, right? Does a solid 10. Anything else is a bonus. Now listen. So
Yeah, there's going to be a lot.
So what do you want me to do? Would you like me to? It's completely up to you. I can disable comments, or I can let them flow.
Let people have their comments.
Let people have their comments.
Yeah, I mean they don't, but it's not like we've said anything there. There's always going to be people out there who don't know it. Yeah, but there's always going to be people who say what an arsehole about him mainly. So
All right.
let people have their.
You won't believe this has run for nearly half an hour.
Half an hour.
Yeah.
No, I think the view count will be interesting at what point they drop off.
Yeah.
Can you get that?
Retention.
Yeah, retention.
No, I think once people, the longer videos have a good retention than a lot of other
peak
videos.
and average, basically.
Oh, I'll give you an example, right? The hour and 15 minutes I did with Eddie in the car, that had like a full retention of like over 75%.
Really?
Which is good. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched
Because I think once you start watching it, whether you like what he's saying or not.
I watched it on the.
That is something you find out. I knew all that.
So yeah, this is us.
All right. Well, listen. Frank Smith, Ross Garrity, Paul Reddy, Anthony Lever. Thank you very much for giving IFL TV some of your time. I'll let you get back to work because I know I've interrupted and taken a bit of your time out of your day. So
We'll just have to stay till 5:30.
Can you put up a link? Sorry. Can you put up a link on this to the one you did when he was like 10 or whatever it was in the old office?
Oh, what, the day in the life thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
Don't put up a link. Don't put up a link to the other one.
No.
The last one we did in Manchester, because all I had was the one in the middle was a prick.
Sorry, I didn't mean to write that.
all right. Listen. Thanks for your time, and we'll catch up with you soon.